Good morning and welcome to the News Hub. I'm Michael Casey, in today for Simon Constable. Well, while many believe the Seattle Seahawks were well equipped to bring home the Vince Lombardi Trophy in Super Bowl XLVIII, a 35-point victory over the Denver Broncos took most of us by surprise. Wall Street Journal sports editor Geoff Foster is here with us. Geoff, the tone of the game was set at the very first minute of the line of scrimmage. It was a disastrous beginning.
First play of the game, which is usually quite boring. Safety go in the back of the end zone. You could just tell right from that moment that Denver and Peyton Manning, they were off sync, and it was just a bad omen for the rest of the game, and it turned out to be correct.
I mean, he really did seem out of sync the whole game. He couldn't cut any breaks.
Right. I mean, it's a testament really to Seattle's defense. I mean, it takes a very strong defense to make a quarterback that good look that bad. And, he was missing open receivers. He was making bad passes when he did have an open receiver. And even when he did have a completion, there was always a defender right there. They couldn't get anything going. And it was,
so he's intimidated, do you think? I mean,
no, he wasn't intimidated. I think that, Seattle's a great defense. And I think, if you make mistakes against them, you're not going to win. And, he did just that. He threw interceptions, which is unlike him. And, I don't even know if it was the pressure. I just think, it was a bad night for him, and there was nothing they could do. In Seattle, it wasn't just the defense. The offense played great, and they scored on special teams. They talk about clicking on all three phases of the game, and they did just that. It was just thoroughly dominated the whole entire game. The
Twitter sphere was filled with some interesting responses to the game. I think we even had Hillary Clinton there saying it's so much more fun to watch Fox when it's someone else being blitzed and sacked. It seems like is there. Well, of course, we had the interview on Fox just beforehand with President Obama.
I sort of felt bad for Denver. I was sitting at the game just seeing these fans who paid all this money, and then, they didn't even have anything to cheer about until the fourth quarter. So it's very rare that you see that in a Super Bowl. And we've sort of been spoiled lately. I mean, the Super Bowls have been pretty good, and it's been a while since we had a game like this. It used to be quite common.
This is one of the biggest leading streaks in history.
For a little while, they were kind of always like that. They were just kind of a typically bad game, and that's when people got into the commercials. So it was a little bit of a throwback.
Now, this was supposed to be the legacy game for Peyton Manning. His perhaps getting his second Super Bowl championship. Does this the end for him? Is he likely to retire? Where do things go? It's not a great note to go out on.
I think this was his best chance. He's 37. The offense, it was the best offense in NFL history this year at Denver. So certainly next year they can make another run at it, but it's got to be frustrating for him because he got very close, and he might not get there again, and so he might have to settle for one Super Bowl, one fewer than his brother, which I'm sure he's not happy about.
Not going to be happy about that one. All right then, Geoff, thank you so much.
Thank you.